Dear friends, my name is Alexey Ognev. I am CEO of DigiU ecosystem. I greet you here at this final webinar of 2023. Today, we will talk about the subjects that have excited our audience a couple of weeks ago. We had an investment forum in Novosibirsk. Investors from different countries of the world participated in this forum, from Vietnam, from different countries of Africa, from Russia and other countries. And we talked about the achievements of the company. We talked about the products and technological solutions. Some breakthrough news were related to the projects of the venture fund. This was a global forum, after which we held some webinars where we shared everything that was going on this investment forum. Alexander E. talked about the venture fund, and all of you, if you have missed it, just please catch it up. Look, watch this webinar, look for the news. This webinar is essential. It is about what we are now and what we will be in the future, and what partnerships we have, and why we managed to achieve all of this. On this webinar, we announced a very important decision for the company, is stop of sales of shares in 6 months and the future reorganization of the company. To burn shares which have not been sold, which leads to the increase of value of existing shares and further preparation to events such as IPO and finishing evaluation of the program of the company. So this company could be public company, could be closed, limited company. It will be discussed further. So before we come to this decision, to this choice, we need to follow certain procedures. As such procedure as burning shares. We will talk about this today. I would mostly like to answer the questions of our audience. Before I start this final webinar of 2023, I reach out to you, all of you who watch us on 8 languages. Write your questions, type your questions, please, in chats. So, because today we will look for some interesting questions and we will answer them live today. And the more questions we have, the more interesting and useful this webinar will be. Okay, write your questions, type your questions, please. And let me remind you what happened on the investment forum and what should be emphasized. What I recommend to emphasize, to pay attention on, because there are so many news, so many things happening in the ecosystem, but I will just highlight the most important things. First, we finished the first year of the second stage of company's development. This is this stage of a venture fund. Our aim was to launch the fund and to invest into 3 to 5 technological startups, technological solutions. We reached this goal successfully in 2023. we included in our venture portfolio 4 more projects: Binary X, Spirit Me, and Bank and Marketplace. So commercial projects, we have five commercial projects, AWA and these 4 that I mentioned earlier. And the project that have joined us in 2023 are the 4 I mentioned. So our aim, our goal is successfully fulfilled. More than a year ago, when we were in India, and Alexander and I were recording a conference, and we talked about that it would be really, really great if next year we would not only talk about AWA, but about even more projects. And we accomplished that. And I can congratulate you all with this. Each of the projects has achieved a lot. We believe that our investments have already been successful. It is not probably money profit now, but this is impact that these projects have put on our development, and that we now have. Binary X has introduced us to RWA industry, and we believe this is a crucial moment of company's development. In October, we launched financing of 2 technological projects related to tokenization of real-world assets. And we're especially proud of a very clear business model of these projects, a model of a digital marketplace and of a neobank. Bank does financial services, and marketplace works on commission. The bank will have mortgages, and the pace of our development is so fast that we expect these mortgages to be given out in the nearest future. And this allowed us to be in digitalization market, in digital personality market. We test this project and we use it a lot. You could already see certain videos as to how we use this technology and what it can allow us, what new opportunities does it have for us. And this technology develops on the United States market, and we are preparing for the next round of financing. So I congratulate all who participated in this project. And each and every one of you right now can use all these technological solutions that our ecosystem has and that grow within our ecosystem from the idea to a commercial project. Each and every one of you can purchase tokenized real estate in a Binary X project. Each and every one of you can create a digital avatar. Each and every one of you can use technologies of cross-chain technologies, of AWA data protocol. And with this project, we have the most essential news related, the greatest achievements. Alexander talked to the audience, to you, about this a lot in the last webinar, about the deep integration of AWA and Curve, and rebranding of part of AWA project to Cross Curve. This news is great, and we announced it on our forum, and it brought a lot of excitement, and we are very proud of this, extremely proud of this partnership, of this deep integration of technologies. that our team has developed. This is Curve is a #1 project in its industry, and this is our big partner. We can congratulate each other with this news. This is truly a big achievement, a great achievement. As Alexander said earlier in the last webinar on the investment forum, there are a lot of things that we didn't talk about. These are topics related to emerging of such products as a crypto wallet and crypto card, and projects related to digital currencies of central banks. About 1.5 years, we are working on a kind of a secret mode, and we see the perspective of this, the prospect. As for cards and wallets, we would announce these projects in Q2, so in the nearest future. We will introduce the sessions on these projects, and we will talk about them openly, and hopefully we would interest you with all these new opportunities. This also brought a lot of excitement. If we talk about RWA projects, you can see the slide. As we promised, we introduced a specified roadmap. Of course, this is not absolutely complete because only the first stage of investment happened yet, but we achieved also quite a lot. The evaluation has happened, and the estimate of 2 million is what we have for now. This project starts its development on the base of DigiU Wealth, so the evaluation will increase in the nearest future. But the most important thing is that we specified the lower mark of the estimation for each project, and we talked about the maximum number of shares, which is 1 billion, and in January we will convert. We will have a conversion of this percent. You have this in your personal accounts. Those of you who have shares as gifts are especially lucky, and these are the opportunities that we create and that we will create in DigiU ecosystem in the future. So about 2,000 people in DigiU ecosystem have shares of 2 projects, and we will convert them in January into certain shares. We have already collected primary teams of projects, so we have assembled them. This is a business development team and marketing team. As for the marketplace, we have been working on promotion of this and marketing before the summer. We already started marketing of this project, and tokenized assets are increasingly growing, especially on larger markets, and tokenizing of precious metals, of gold and business assets is also becoming common. So we will add different kinds of assets into our marketplace. as we discussed in one of the meetings, one of the probably 10 meetings already of this project that we have, we discussed on this meeting that this marketplace can be compared not to Amazon, not to eBay. It can be similar because in Amazon usually primarily goods are sold, but in our marketplace secondary goods are also will be on sale, and for our Russian audience, for example, Avito is a similar example because there are new goods and old goods and secondary and primarily, and so the business model is very understood, very clear. Commissions, commercial services, promotion of certain tokenized assets, everything that marketplace can make the money of, it will make the money of. And the exact same idea for the bank, only we talk about financial services. We look at loans and attracting liquidity and long-term investments and combination of like a combined development of a marketplace and bank, because in reality in most of the countries of the world consumers, clients of any sales chains of any marketplace have the opportunities to use borrowed money, to use loans. This is what attracts to the industry those who can place large liquidity in this industry, and we will work with this audience, and then this people push sales forward, right? Because we all know that we all are used to the fact that we can always have a loan if we want to purchase a certain good. We must have this opportunity, we as customers. It is a common thing now in the market. We don't necessarily use it, but we should have the opportunity, and we should give the loan back whenever it's convenient for us. So the combination of marketplace and bank seems like a very good idea. In April, we have planned MVP emerging, and a bank and marketplace as well. And we will have in April, we have planned the first test deals. It is very important because in modern world, speed matters a lot. And any commercial project which has an opportunity to find the client really fast and to prove its stability by demand on the market will be successful. And if it doesn't have any demand or any customers, then this is just the idea that cannot be commercialized. This is just an illusion then, a delusion of its creators. So in each and every one of our projects, we aim to find clients to put this project into reality, into real world. So we want to find customers for marketplace, for a bank, and we want to find venture fund, a professional player, many of them, that can provide financing, not just for pre-seed, but for seed round, for A round, where our goals would be higher. We talked about this in our November webinars. You can watch them again. You can look for this information. Okay, so in April, the first test deals will be held, and the roadmap is clear. We have a few months before we bring to life these projects. I suggest that you follow all the news, that if you are interested in these projects and if you want to have them in your portfolio, the shares of these projects, please follow the news and participate in rounds of investment. We will have several stages. Just a certain number is not clear yet, but we will have MVP, we will close pre-seed round, and then we will understand what volume of financing we need and where will this money come from, so that these banks and marketplace would go to the market and get their share of the market. So these great positive news about cross curve, about launched projects, about crypto cards and crypto wallets, it makes obvious that, as Alexander mentioned earlier, that the project has grown, has become mature. We have spent our 4 years very productively, and we will begin the new stage of our development now. And our idea of a crowd investment was the right idea, right? Because we created a community with this, because we basically bet on this model, right? We put all in for this model, for crowd investment, because we believe in this idea. But now we need to move on, and we need to aim higher and to aim to a more professional, to more professional models, which in today's world allow to create technological companies that are the real top of the top. These companies are created with venture funds. We go there in two directions. As the fund, for example, projects such as AVA will attract attract investments from the professionals. And this is why we close sales of shares in 6 months. Let me talk about this a little bit more. For example, what will happen to a partnership program, etc. In 6 months, we will finish selling our shares. You will not be able to purchase a new portfolio, a new package. We will still have people who have loans, and these loans will be paid according to their graphs. So we estimate that by the end of 2024, or probably by the beginning of 2025, we will have full financing of the sold packages. So selling of shares will physically end by this time. So us as a company that offers these shares and the clients, we will have all of our obligations fulfilled. So for some years, the company has, for several years, the company has enough financing to exist. And Alexander talked about how obviously we will finish the procedure of registration of our venture fund, and we will move towards classical financing of startups model, because we will attract professional players. We will have funds who will be interested. There will be business angels or some specialized organizations interested that will be investing. And this year we had over 70 applications to enter our fund. So we have at least 70 applications of people with checks of $100,000 and higher. So we do have sources of financing, and we don't have any trouble finding them, any complications, any questions. And we understand that for several years we do have financing and financial stability. And we will have a launch of our projects such as a bank and marketplace, and with very clear models. And we want to and also there'll be exits as well. So you can check the last webinar if you want to find out about exit strategies. So the company forms or has already formed financial security that can help finish selling the shares, because selling the shares is not always profitable and good for the company, because this is selling the shares of business. And we will definitely have some successful exits, and some successful business models will help our financing. So this solution, it's not even questionable. With our audience didn't even have any questions about it. Everybody supported that, and I congratulate you all. So in 6 months we will finish selling the shares. Those are the people who participated and bought the shares. They have their financial security now. So what will also happen? Of course, elimination or decrease of bonuses will happen starting January 1st. Because if in 2022 or in the beginning of our business we aimed to increase the number of registered participants, and we gifted shares, and we wanted to develop the community, so we were interested in growing the mass of users of this project. Now we already have a lot of contracts. So now we this year 2023, we aimed to have all the loans and payments done according to the graphs. So we had bonuses related to this. So if you put your money in on time, you have a bonus. And a lot of people used this very professionally, and in advance they closed their payments in advance and got the bonuses. If you paid in advance when during the snapshot, you were happy with the numbers that you got. As to tokens of AVA or binary X or RWA projects. So now when we're talking about finishing selling the shares, we are not interested anymore in these bonuses, because the value of shares itself is not questionable anymore. So bonuses will be decreased in the interest of those who have already purchased shares. Our goal is to decrease the number of shares, and the price will definitely increase. The first date of increase of price is January 1st. 5.5 cents will be the price, the new price. Now it's 5 and it will be 5.5. And then in January, we already have a lot of interesting events that will also lead to another increase of price. So every month we will increase the price. Also, we limit the purchase to one person to $10,000. You cannot purchase more. This is not a maximum sum of shares that you can have. If you have already increased this number, if you have a package of more than $10,000, you cannot purchase anymore. And also, a very important statement is that there will be no dividends in 2024. All the profits that we will have will go to development of existing projects and to filling up the fund. There's a lot of things that we have planned, and this money will be more useful in company's development. In 2025, we will look to this question again and make a decision whether should we pay or should we not pay dividends. Dividends is a mark of our company. We have paid dividends many a time before, and we want to do it in the future. We want you to have a lifetime of dividends and to be happy with them, but now we need to develop, and the reorganization of the company is the next slide, and burning of shares. This is what will happen in 2022 as well. When we stop the sales, then the new packages are not sold, and we know the maximum possible number of shares on the contract, on the loans. So the rest of the shares we will burn. Let's look at the numbers. This is what our portfolio looks like now. DigiU ecosystem portfolio. For many of you, this is not a new information, and I've seen this in chats, and one of the questions was how many shares do you have in DigiU ecosystem? Well, this is just the primarily information that a person has to face when looking into the concept of our ecosystem. So there are 20 billion of shares, and they have a special number. These are special assets, shares. So 20 billion, so 10% of them are going into crowd investment. At this moment, 3.5 billion of shares are sold. So by June, we estimated that we will probably sell about 4 billion of shares. So about 2, 3, or 4% of all the mass of shares. So how will the burning go? We can see that the community has 2%, although the impact of community is great. And what will also increase the value of existing shares is the increase of share of community and our first stakeholders. So we plan to burn in this manner. The next slide, we have 3 blocks. Reserve to some circumstances that might occur this is about 20%. For community, this is up to 40%, and for the team, this is up to 40%. No, I'm sorry, 40% and more. There are questions as to whether we are afraid to lose the control package. After we finish sales, we will make the decisions about this, and the system will be balanced. So you can look at the slide and see that the community share grows from 2% to 40%, which is really great. This will let us have the evaluation of the company and prepare for the procedure that everybody anticipates. A lot of people anticipate it. This is IPO, but actually we have certain ways of development. One of them is IPO, is becoming a public company, and other ways a closed company with like a close club of stakeholders that participate in decision making and that do not depend on the market volatility. So later we will have webinars where we can talk about these strategies, but globally these solutions on burning shares, we will probably choose a more convenient jurisdiction, because the European jurisdiction does not reply to the interests of non-European companies. So our goal is to provide security for our investors. Our company is international, so maybe we will change jurisdiction to provide entering IPO with fewer expenses, because this procedure is very, very labor consuming. So April is the launch of first version of RWA. This is the key moment of the first half a year. So 2024 is the year of public, all the public events, of expos, of exhibitions. Our projects will participate on their own, because each and every one of them represents the ecosystem. So our venture fund and our venture products will participate in different events, and us as speakers will participate as experts, just as we did in India, just as Alexander did in Tokyo 2049, the largest expo. And he's definitely said that we need not only to be a participant, but we need to be a speaker on this event. This is another level, absolutely another level. All right, so let me go into the questions. What do we have? Okay, good question. Why does the company need IPO? And I already answered this. So we are preparing the company for different scenarios. This can be open or closed company. IPO is needed for further development, for attraction of investment and financing. This is just an instrument to attract financing. So at certain point, we will need this probably, and we do not exclude this opportunity, but we don't feel like this is the only way to develop. We need to be a successful company that has a lot of added value, that has financial security, that pays dividends and does not depend on market volatility or information volatility, and stable and serious company. This is our goal, not IPO itself. So we will choose from different scenarios. IPO is just one of them. Nobody will go to list and run to list on the first stock exchange. There is. Our goal is for everybody not to want to sell a single share. So we will go step by step, we will evaluate our company and then prepare for the next step and then see if we, in our strategy, we have a way to the IPO or we have a way to a different scenario. What year do you plan to launch RWA project? This is the first half of 2024 is the first version and test deals. TGE listing of AWA, a lot of questions that are here. So I have some information that I cannot really expose, but I can say that by the end of this year, we have deep partnership with Curve. There are a lot of procedures going on related to informational promotion. We have Adventure Quest and different challenges and weeks of partnership with large blockchains. These are all the first steps to TGE, and these processes are close related. So in January, you should expect the beginning of this. So globally, we have a rise of crypto market, not a big one, but still. And the date of Chinese New Year is probably the date that the deadline for all of these procedures. Just follow the news on AWA, and I congratulate you all for about this, because partnership with Curve and this integration is very much important to the project and much more important than TGE. It is clear that everybody wants to go to a stock market as fast as possible and sell shares 30 or 50 times higher than bought. So we are expecting all of this. About cards and about mortgages, we will talk on January, probably in the end of January. We will talk about RWA projects in January, and probably we'll talk about credit cards a bit later than January, because we don't want to talk about everything at the same time, because if we talk about the bank, obviously it needs to be launched step by step. It doesn't mean that we need to launch to have all this great amount of work done, cards, and probably open offices of banks and different types of credits and different products. We need to go step by step. We are a startup, and we need to find a customer and test a business model. And globally, a business model of a mortgage should be such that the mathematics of this model a monthly payment should be covered by the payment of rent, and down payment should be about 20 or 30%, and the interest rate should be 18 or 20%. So you shouldn't expect low interest rates and very long mortgages. It will not be like a 30-year-old long mortgages. This will probably be more like 5 years of mortgage. So this type of mortgage is not for providing the single home concept. This is about bringing you a profitable instrument to make money. We are looking into a business model that will allow the profit from the rent that you have, that you will be able to pay your monthly payment with 30% of down payment. And so this system will work, will be a game changer in this market. So this is where we are aiming to, and this is where we're going. When and where will be the second RWA round held? Well, I probably anticipate that it will not be as easy. There'll be a limit of payment, and we'll probably have the second round. Will probably be gifting shares on the second round, but there'll be a limit on payment, because now you can put any amount of money and have shares, and then we will have a limit, for example. Yeah, but we will talk about this after the new year. The first stage is finished, and this is what's important. Will there be an opportunity to sell shares within the company to partners? These questions should be pushed away until the finish of sales, because opening a secondary market is not right now. Obviously, we have a procedure of buyback, and those of you who want to get out, you will have this opportunity. We will burn shares and then talk about exits. In Emirates, you can find you can find your market. I agree with you. This is a very well developed economy. We go to expos there, and we will be present there. There is also Hong Kong and Singapore and Silicon Valley and India, a huge market, China. We will be present in these economies. All right, let's look at other questions. Is it possible that we sell our shares in 2030? Okay, so the procedure of buying back and other instruments for exit with profit will be available earlier, much earlier than 2030. As for monthly payments, from one of your news, I found out that in January, the number of in monthly payments will be decreased. So what is the maximum amount of for monthly payments? Now it's 15 months, and we feel that not more than 10 will be just enough. We don't need such long payments. There is no reason for giving 20 months, for 2 years. Now we are going faster and faster. I have already answered a lot of the questions, so I will not read all of them. Wishing great development in some Indian chats with our partners from India. How many days are needed to register IPO on London Stock Exchange? This is not the time for this question now. It is too early to talk about IPO for now. Is there internal platform to purchase and sell and exchange shares within the company. No, we don't have it. And before we burn shares, it will not appear. New sanctions of Europe. Russians cannot be a top managers in cryptocurrency market. We follow the news and we follow all the legislation news and sanctions. I cannot elaborate on risks just now. There is not enough information for now. But the position of our company, the statement of our company is that we are not sure we want to be under European jurisdiction just in the future. After we burn shares, we will have to decide on this. Maybe we will look for another place, but protecting the interests of our investors. Will there be direct sales of shares of projects, and when? We see this as an opportunity, and a lot of people want to, because RWA projects are making a lot of excitement and opening rounds where you can directly invest. We had this in, we anticipate this in RWA projects, but I wouldn't declare any elaboration on this. As soon as we decide to do it, we will announce it, so just follow the news. Is there direct investment in SpiritMe? A special request for you to make these announcements as early as possible, because we need to plan our budgets, etc. Well, we do announce these things probably not 6 months earlier, but in advance. You cannot invest directly in SpiritMe. This is the difference between crypto projects such as AVA and Binary X. Everything related to blockchain is easier for users. You can just press the button and create a legislative obligation on purchasing of a token. And as to SpiritMe, this is a classic company. This is not related to blockchain, so you cannot purchase part of its share, because it's not made this way. This is not what it was created for. This is what it is. You can use the service and just be happy about it, and just for how easy it is to create your digital avatar. And we have this video in our channel, on our channel, where we compare the digital avatar functioning and human functioning. There is a theory that we will soon be living in a world where there only be providers of producers of a content and consumers of content. Producers of content makers will probably be of power, more powerful, because and consumers will be of less power. Just choose your side now and use up-to-date technologies on creating content. We have a lot of questions. Today I'm happy about this. I would like to suggest to keep the bonus of 25% of payment in advance This will not happen. A bonus for advanced payment was a temporary promotion. Any bonus is temporary. Whatever you have in your graph, you will of course keep. Everything that is written in your graph, you will keep. But a bonus for advance payment is bonus for investment. It's either exists or not. If you make it a bonus for just paying your loan, your monthly payment, this is just not right. Why should we pay you to pay your loan? You still have time to pay all your payments. This bonus will probably exist, but it will definitely decrease. Maybe to 3%. We'll see. A lot of questions on IPO we have. These are the questions from India. Mostly this subject seems to be popular in India. It's too early to talk about this. I now speak to our representatives in India. Please talk to your audience about this and why do they think IPO is so important. Maybe they just don't know other opportunities that we have. All right, let me come back to Russian chat. Questions on commercial mortgage. Questions on using maternal capital. This is just Russian governmental instrument. Mortgage is a term that make it easier for us to understand the essence of the product. This is purchasing real estate. But you don't want to rely this term to anything you know about mortgages, like physical mortgages. This is not like 30 years, not maternal capital. This is just the term that tells you this is the credit buying your real estate, and this will be 5 years probably at the start, because we form this market right now. This can be history making. You can be the first person to have a first digital mortgage, a first crypto mortgage. And we already have a great amount of applications because people want to be the first to have this digital mortgage. How can I make this happen? And some people want to be the 11th. Okay. Will there be a development of DigiU Wealth? Is another question. Will DigiU Wealth be developed? Our DigiU Wealth is transforming into a bank. This is development. We will further attract liquidity into this project in more long term. We have a lot of happy clients because market is going up, and people who had their volatile actives in wealth because they earned profit and they want to fix this profit and come back, probably with a stable coin. So I recommend to all of you to use this product to long-term accumulating of assets. I congratulate all the users to having their financial goals accomplished. how much the prices will increase. Okay, so right now we have a little increase before the New Year's. I don't know, because we haven't really increased our prices dramatically in history. So there probably for now just be little steps taken towards increasement, and if we have some great news and success, we will have more drastic increase. I thank you all for the great questions, and let's just wrap it up for now. We planned 40 minutes, and now it's 1 hour and 10 minutes already because of your questions. Okay, another good question I will talk about. What will you do with those who wanted to have their loan again in 2024? If you, for some reason, if you have your loan annulled, you can restore it by writing to support team. We look towards it. We don't turn our backs to it. And for 2022, you will have this opportunity. This is decided individually. So you just write to support team, and we will consider your case. But if you fail to pay for the second time, this will not lead to another restorement. You will not be able to use it again. Okay, let's try to wrap it up. We will not have any webinars this year anymore. I congratulate all of my audience. We had a great dialogue today. I already talked about price increase, so just please think about purchasing and to fix this opportunity for yourself, to jump into the last part of the train, basically, last wagon. Second news is decrease of bonuses starting January 1st. And these are the actions that guarantee us 10 or more new deals within RWA projects, RWA Bank and RWA Marketplace. We are making it happen for first sales in Marketplace, first deals in Bank. This is what we do. To guarantee this, we need to do it now. So we made a decision to have a first lottery on opportunity to have a crypto mortgage. This is the best conditions on the market possible. The project is not specified yet. We will have more information in January and February about the object. So the interest rate would be minimal. So these are truly great conditions. So we have a lottery on the right to have this mortgage. To participate in this lottery, you need to have a paid package of shares of $1,000. If you have this package, you are automatically a participant of this lottery. If you have a $3,000 package, you need to have paid at least $1,000. If you have 10 packages for $100, you do not participate. And it doesn't matter what year you have purchased your package. It can be any year. 5 certificates will be a lottery for 5 certificates for those who purchased all since the beginning of the company until December 15 of this year. And within those who purchased starting December 15, 2023, we will have another lottery of another 5 certificates. So the chance for the first group, of course, is lower, and for the second group is, of course, higher. The lottery will be after the new year. It will be January 10th. And if your investment strategy does not include a plan to purchase the first in the world crypto mortgage, then you can sell your certificate inside DigiU ecosystem. I'm absolutely sure that there will be at least 10 participants, 10 people who would want to purchase this certificate. There is only a limit of $3,000. You will not be able to sell it on a price higher than $3,000. Maybe if you want to sell it for $10, and maybe we will have such great demand that we will need an upper limit of $3,000. Okay, this is all for today. I thank you all, I congratulate you all, and Happy New Year's to all of you. And I wish to all of you to become a co-owner of a DigiU ecosystem. I congratulate all of you who already are co-owners of DigiU ecosystem. I wish you all the best in the coming year. I hope that you have achieved all of your goals for this year and set ambitious goals for the next year. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.